Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is the Ass Cast. It's actually spelled AHS Cast.
Speaking of ass, there was a lot of drilling going on in this episode, wasn't there, Jim? Yep, there was.
American Horror Story Cast, AHS Cast, but we pronounce it Ass Cast because we're disgusting deviants of society over here. So, episode 2, you guys, we put out the poll on Twitter. Would you guys rather have this shit on Wednesday, the day of the new show, so it would be a refresher? Would you rather have it on Sunday, just based on our shooting schedule? You guys voted for Sunday, so by God, we're here to please you in the night and your satchels and cup the balls. So
we're gonna touch your cockles and your taint.
We're gonna put this shit out on Sundays as soon as humanly possible. So, episode 2, the morning after.
Okay, well, the morning after happened because somebody didn't pull out, you motherfucker. But nonetheless, it happened, and it was what it is. Yeah, so basically what we get is we get more of a continuation of Michael Langdon laying down the law, the dick law, and finding out what's going on here in the Fallout shelter.
Yeah.
And
well, it starts out with the chick. She goes into her closet and there's like a snake going.
Oh yeah, because that's tying in the coven.
Right. So yeah, so the snake's going through her wardrobe and she's like, "What the fuck? Why is there a snake in my clothes? I don't understand."
I feel like Indiana Jones. Snakes! I hate snakes, jocks!
So then Kathy Bates comes in, she chops the head off the snake, and she's like, "This is good eatings." And it's like, the snakes must have burrowed deeper than we thought.
Fucking mom, you always embarrass me at these events.
Hills have eyes. So they're all like, "Yeah, we're gonna eat the fucking snakes." But then they go to sit down and eat the snakes, and then the scene, which never, it's one of those commercial end scenes. They go to open their pots of good gold, and like, the dude's still bent on like, "We ate stew."
I like how they were like, "We didn't eat your boyfriend," and then he flips him off. It's like, "Yeah, you did. We ate our boyfriend. We ate my boyfriend." She's like, "I have this rule against things that slither on their belly or have multiple legs. I don't want to eat them." And he's like, "But you're okay with eating with something with 2 legs." Like, "We didn't eat your boyfriend, okay? We didn't eat him.
We didn't eat that mother." So yeah, and then but then they open the plates and the snakes fucking pop out at him. So it's this weird like visions. Who knows what the fuck? There's some satanic shit going on. So then they cut to commercial and obviously they come back. But when they come back, shit's fucking crazy. Michael Langdon comes in and he's like, "I'm here to dance, Lord of the Dance."
I like how he walks in though. He like walks into the dining area like White Snake lead singer has returned. "I'm gonna sing you Here I Go Again." He looks like that fucking hairband guy that just never got it. Like he never understood that it's over now.
But his skin is so soft.
But he is like, I didn't think I'd like him at first, but when he really starts laying down the law and he starts talking to them about what's going to be transpiring, he gathers them together and tells them, "Okay, look, we're going to have a questionnaire. The cooperative is going to make a note if you cooperate," haha, pun, "that everything's going to be okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. If I like what I hear, you get to go to this nice, safe area and you get to survive. However, if you answer wrong, you're fucked and you're going to stay here." But he's almost like Mr. Smith from The Matrix. He was like, "As you can see, we've had as you can see, we've had an eye on you for some time, Mr." He has this very like monotone thing going on, and it works though. It works in his favor.
Yeah, he looks like he would have been a really good bad guy in The Crow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so and then of course Evan Peters' character is like, "I'll go first. I want to go first." And he's like, "All right, fine." So he takes him back there, and he's like, "Seriously, do you gay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm gay as fuck."
He does. He's like, "Because I got some gay vibe coming from you."
He's like, "That's cool though." He's like, I got friends who are gay.
He was like, "Does it excite you?" He's like, "Nope."
Yeah,
I just know you are.
And he's like, "But seriously, you hate your fucking grandma." And she's like, and he basically told him what I said, which is like, "You look like Alice Cooper pooped out Alice Cooper."
He does.
She does. But he's like, "Yeah, I hate her." And he explains this thing where she used to have this like super gay bachelor thing where like all these guys would come over because they knew she had money and vie for his attention.
That was great.
But
though.
he shows up with a fucking boombox like he's on Space Jam. He's like, "She never fuck with me again." She never fuck with my shit again.
What kind of soup is that? Tomato soup? I'm gonna slurp it.
Yeah, and all those dudes that were there to like vie for his like courtship
Affection,
were like,
yeah.
"Oh my god."
Seriously, Linda. This guy like slurped up his tomato
fucking
soup, and he had Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Evan Peters is such a badass.
So when Evan Peters does say though, he was like, "You're into leather," or "I'm into leather," and he's like, "Yeah, does that excite you?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Is this done?" Like, is the interview over? Do I get the job at Goody's or not? That's how Goody's interview processes went. Michael Langdon just interviewed you. And he's like, yeah, we're done. So then he goes to his bedroom and he's like all chilling out or whatever. And this guy...
He's touching himself.
Yeah, he's jacking off. And you see one brief moment of Michael Langdon pentagrammed up in the basement. And then all of a sudden the door opens up and a guy stands in leather looking like the dude from The People Under the Stairs. Full on in leather. And,
the dude from Murder House.
Yeah. And
which weirdly was Evan Peters. Evan Peters is the one. Basically, it was Evan Peters.
He was the ghost.
Technically, fucking Evan Peters.
Right.
But no.
But anyway, the Gimp is the actual name of the Murder House ghost. And Evan Peters takes it deep down in the glory hole. Like, straight up into Wonderland. Like, this guy rammed his dick so far in Evan Peters' ass, like he touched the back of his teeth. And the grandmother, by the way, in the middle of this, we're still in that thing, we cannot have sex, okay? You cannot have sex. It's bullshit.
No sex in the...
No sexuals.
In the champagne post-apocalyptic room.
Nana...
Cockalyptic.
The cockalyptic. That's what it should be called this episode. Nana... Evan Peters' grandmother saunters down the hallway, I guess to check on her favorite grandson.
Is QVC on?
Yeah. What's happening on American Roadshow? And she opens the door, seeing her fucking grandson being pounded like tomorrow is never going to happen.
Tomorrow never dies.
Yeah, by fucking leather-bound He-Man and fucking taking him to town. And she's like, oh my God! She runs down the hall and rats is out. Snitches get stitches. Snitches get stitches. I can't say the word. Fuck it. I can't say it.
I remember my first.
It's more my third. But anyway.
Tink.
If it hadn't been for her, Peter Pan would never have flown. But anyway. She runs in the hall, rats him out, tells the headmistress, like, hey, he's getting, whatever. And basically, the girl's like, what happened? No, actually,
He's getting rubber band manned.
No, she tells Kathy Bates. And Kathy Bates is like, what's happened? And she's like, he's getting pounded so hard. He's getting pounded harder than a construction site at overtime. Like, it's like getting deep. And she's like, okay, well, we got to deal with this. So she rats his ass out. Evan Peters is like, well, okay, well, I'm going to get whipped now. They take him and they put him in chains and they whip his ass. And he likes it. He likes fucking being whipped. And, like, every time they whip him, he's like, Rip Taylor! It's fucking great.
I'm too sexy for this whip.
Yeah.
Too sexy for this whip.
And then,
so sexy. I'm dead.
But see, Evan Peters thinks that Michael Langdon was the one that was fucking him. And no, that's not true at all. Michael Langdon actually comes into the room after, Miss Wimbledon leaves along with... Steven Seagal dojo lady, Kathy Bates, they leave and leave him tied up or on these chains. And Michael Langdon's like, I wouldn't fuck you if you were the last man on earth, and you almost are. Michael Langdon's got this really cool, like, the way he portrays this guy, Michael Langston.
He'd be a great bad guy in The Crow. That's all I can ever think.
Yeah, but he's got a really cool voice, the way that he, like, delivers his threats. It's all, like, very subtle. He's like... he always plays these mind games.
He's got nice skin.
Like, he's trying to turn them all against each other. He's like, you hate your grandmother. You obviously do. She tries to shame you.
Which, like I said before, based on Murder House, the Antichrist baby's name was Michael Langdon, which is that's who he is, and the Antichrist wants people to turn against each other. He's a fucking Antichrist.
Yeah, and he does a really good job in the role. And then ultimately, what he does is he tells Evan Peters, like, yeah, you got ratted out by your own fucking grandmother because she didn't like you taking in the old tailpipe, and you got it really bad. And he's like, well, no, I don't believe you, and whatever. He gets set free because Michael Langdon knows, I want to see what happens. Like, Michael Langdon's very sadistic in this episode. He also goes to
Sarah Paulson.
And that whole sequence, man.
He's like, you got scoliosis. He takes her through. He takes her through. He's like, you've been doing naughty things because, and basically what Timothy and Emily find out is they go and they find a fucking Mac, and it's like there's basically an email. Like when you search your boss's computer, he's like, seriously, Sarah Paulson's just doing this shit for fun, and she's telling them they can't have sex,
dick.
but really they can. And this is probably just Satan fucking playing tricks, right? So
well,
they
no,
go
it's true,
and
though.
they
she did make up the rules.
Well, yeah, but he's fucking with them. So they go and they actually fuck. But like idiots, right? Like if you're fucking somebody you're not supposed to be fucking, you get done fucking, you get up, you wipe yourself off with the towel, and you go back to your goddamn
Yeah, you
bunk.
don't like lay there in your mom's house when she's gonna catch you in the morning asking if you need your fucking laundry pressed. You'd be like, "Oh, mom, no, I didn't touch her."
They laid there like idiots, wrapped up together. So Kathy Bates comes in, she pulls them apart, she takes them into the naughty lover's room, and she threatens to shoot him, but then he shoots fucking her. He shoots Kathy Bates, and then this is kind of the end of the episode, but we'll wrap back around. Kathy Bates goes out into the hallway. She's got a hole in her, and she checks the hole, and she's basically fucking Lance Henriksen from Alien. She's a fucking android.
I was thinking that or David from Prometheus. I don't understand. I don't copulate.
Either way, there's not a single fucking sci-fi / horror fan on Earth that didn't think an Alien reference when they saw that shit.
I kind of was like, it kind of took me out a minute. I'm like, okay.
But what?
So what happened now?
But what?
What do we do with ourselves in the night?
But going back to the Sarah Paulson.
I do want to, that whole sequence.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Between him and Sarah Paulson.
It's like, I want to put my finger in you, like maybe, but no, I want to look at your back.
Well, like Miss Winnebago was like all haughty and taughty when he was walking in the room, and he was like, "Don't act like that. Look, we can be friends. Listen to me. Come sit down with me next to the fire."
You're a fighter,
and I do like, yeah, he does. Wait, he's like, "I'm gonna mansplain some things to you because I feel like doing it." Because she was like, she just got over giving the speech like, men fucked the world up and men did this, and he's like, okay, fine, you're so cute when you talk like that, let me mansplain some things to you, so come sit next to me on the fire. And he's like, I passed a woman with 2 children, and they were both like radiated, and they were both dying of these children. One of them was already dead, and the mother could not stand to kill her own child, and she asked me, please kill my own kid, because I can't do it. And again, this guy is doing a great job acting because he's crying while he's telling the story. And Sarah Paulson's like, "Did you do it?" He's like, "No. Why would I do that? You fucking stupid. I'm not gonna ruin my sash." And he gets up and he's like a little bit more conversation is exchanged, and then he's like, "Take your dress off." Direct to the point.
She's like, "I will not." He's like, "Yeah, you fucking will.
I want to see some nasty." And then he pulls down that fucking...
I was turned on. I thought we were going to get a good sex
I did too.
Sarah
and then he unzips her.
And me.
And then, it's...
I got it bad for Sarah Paulson.
It's a really bad, puffed up spine. It kind of reminded me of Forrest Gump. Like, my spine's like a question mark. These legs go straight and he's just out.
Spine and all, I really want to...
That would really...
Bad baby.
Smack it up.
I mean, I'd rub some barbecue sauce on that thing and...
You gotta be a vagina. But anyway, yeah, so... And then he was like... she's like, "Do I get in?" And they got all close. He, nose rubbed her, and he was like, no. I'm like, he's like the worst... No, actually, he is the quintessential frat boy of any house ever in college. He's like, "Do I get in after I put this donut in my butt and, run around the campus?" He's like, no. He's like that. But again, the guy, it's a phenomenal character, and I really like that he's introduced right now. But
that wraps us around to the end, right? The very end. After Mitsubishi says that he wouldn't fuck Evan Peters if he was the last man on Earth, the Gimp shows up again at Evan Peters' door, and he's like, "I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it again! I'm gonna bite your leather face.
I got a bigger dick this time."
He's like, "Come in," and then they're doing it, and he goes down and he unlatches his naughty C parts. He does the thing, and he's like, "Yeah, I bet you." He tries to become the
aggressor.
The aggressor, yeah, rather than the
bitch,
submissive.
Yeah.
And he throws him down the bed, and he's like, "No, I have to show you the And he gets on.
You want to say no?
And then all of a sudden, Evan Peters shows you how nasty he really is. He's like, "Oh, you wouldn't fuck me, huh?" And then he goes to stab him with scissors, and he stabs him, and then you're like, "Oh fuck, what's gonna happen?" Next thing you know, Satan's playing his nasty tricks, and he's laying on top of Evie, the old Alice Cooper shit.
Here's my problem. That whole sequence, I'm thinking, did you do all that nasty shit with your grandmother?
Did you really kill all
no,
those animals?
No, I mean, did he get...
Oh, no, I thought that too.
Yeah, did you get on top of her and, lick her face?
She probably would have let him.
And she was, because it was actually her and not Gimp.
But then again, she was fully clothed, so really he could imagine the whole thing just been stabbing her.
Disgusting.
But yeah.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
And then,
Call Chris Hansen.
Lead singer of Whitesnake comes in. He's like, "Do you like what I have done?" Do you like this room? I have decorated it in my own cum. But it was fucking nasty. It ended on a weird, crazy note, but it made me feel good at the same time because we're getting into Murder House and Cult. And that was the big promise.
Not Cult, but Coven.
Well, no, the snakes, I think. Or Coven. I'm sorry, Coven, yeah. But we're getting there. Like, it's happening. Yeah, it's going down.
So this is an episode we still don't, like, the overall layout hasn't been provided yet, but things are getting really weird, and they're opening up many avenues of questions, and it's fascinating. And so far, 2 episodes in, nice fucked up season of American Horror Story.
Nice fucking model.
Hey, so guys, what did you guys think about this week's episode? Do you like where we're headed? What do you think? What are your theories? How do you play your butt sex into the night? Comment down below. Let us know. Do you like brown bagging it to work, or do you like to go out to eat?
What's brown bagging it?
That's when you bring your own lunch.
Oh, I thought it was something when you don't wear underwear and you end white.
No, so we love your fucking faces, and you know what? If you want a gimp to come in your room late at night and butt fuck the shit out of you,
I'm available.
By God, we support that. Okay. What, Jay?
Nope. for girls only.
But if you want to do it to boys, we support that too.
That's great, Mike. I hope you really do that one day.
Don't actually.
Peter Pan will never grow up.
No, don't rape anyone, no matter what sexual gender you prefer. You get what we're saying, right?
Have you ever seen Mandy?
Sexual pleasures.
They do weird shit.
I saw 32 meters down. Comment down below. We love your fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and let Fiona Apple know she's a criminal. I said, goddamn.
She is a criminal. Fucking nasty whore too. She's kind of cute though.
I like it. I know. I would.
She's hot as shit.
I mean,
there's something about that video that just I don't know.
I know.
You feel scrubby.
I know.
You want to get like scrubbed
up. I want to get in that bathtub
afterwards, but then you
her. I want to clean her.
Take her with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.